YouTube is hard. So I'm trying to set up YouTube translation properly, but it's like kind of hard because well, at least it differs from Twitch, and it's like I'm not got used to this yet. So gonna share the translation in the corp chat if that's possible. Yahoo! It's sent, and I can see it actually. Okay, so where should I start? Well, let's like just go over like some basic topics for me. So, thing number one, I'm really tired of people like complaining that PI is hard, PI is like exhausting, they don't like PI, etc, etc, etc. And I've heard this from a number of persons like like corp mates, even our like greatest industrialist in the corp got tired of PI, and he quit doing it. And I think that this is like a huge mistake because PI is a awesome way to generate profit almost passively. The thing is that you just need to install it in a very specific way that's gonna turn away some management burden from you and gonna be generating you just money almost directly to your pocket. So I think I should start from this. So what is PI? PI is Planetary Interaction, and it's a process of extracting resources from the planets in game. This is done quite easily because you need to set up planets once, and then the only thing you do, you usually just restart harvesters. This might be turned into some advanced way of managing those resources, but we won't cover this. I probably should have started from this part. So thing number one, this is like an informal stream. I'm gonna be like referring this for corp members, but probably later on I'm gonna rewrite this because I want this to be like very informative. And right now I'm fighting versus YouTube. It goes not as I've expected. Gonna link Mr. Antiseptic to here. He might have been missing here. This okay. Yeah, and because of it. Also, I'm like chilling out. It's Christmas. Yeah, in here it's Christmas. Like we are not celebrating it on a global level. I mean, on a country level, but like I do enjoy Christmas holidays and all that. I do love the atmosphere and all that. So I'm in a way like chilling out also. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying about. Doesn't actually matter. So the whole idea of PI is that you're extracting resources in some efficient manner, and it's gonna allow you to get like almost free money into your pocket. That's the main idea. So just to explain to you guys, welcome to the club. I'm CEO of the corporation, and I think majority of my income comes from PI. And that's not because I'm a huge PI fan, to be honest. I need to be honest with you, I don't hate PI, but I don't like it either. So the idea is that I'm ready to take some pain with setting up the planets, and then I'm focusing not on this very painful process of setting those up, but I'm focusing on the process of actually extracting income out of this. And well, I own a lot of capitals. A lot of my accounts are plexed for several months. My main is plexed till, I don't know, 2025 or 2026, doesn't actually matter. And all of this fortune is based on PI. It's not like PI covered in like 90% of that. Not at all. PI am probably covering some very basic level, but this level ensures me that I'm financially stable. So there is no problem at any chosen moment in time when I'm going to be, oh no, I don't have money to actually place my account or something like that. And every time I go to the New Eden store, or I'm buying some fancy ships or such stuff, I'm always keeping in mind that I do have stable profits, and that's like the very baseline for me. Um, so, like, why PI is so good? I'm talking about this for quite a long time. So PI has a lot of cool metrics, as I call them. So every time you do any kind of activity, you always keeping in mind um, like uh, what time are you spending to actually manage it. Like, for example, if you're doing PI, you're spending very little time to get decent income. This differs from, for example, from Ishtar writing, because you spend a lot of time to get some income, and in such terms, PPI is better. Another key thing to keep in mind is risk-reward ratio, and I mean it's PI, it's planetary. What risk do you have? So if you're organizing everything like smart, you have almost no risks. The only thing you are risking is the thing that you've extracted from a planet, and while you are like bringing this to the station to be sold or to put to the buyback, which is like, I don't know, I would consider this not to be, like, to be short. Another metrics is a good one. It's actually investment return ratio. So to run 6 of 10s, for example, even, I don't know, Caldari ones, I mean, Guristas ones in Tengu. You need to invest to buy Tengu. You need to invest in missile skills. You need to invest time to actually generate those escalations and then draw on those. That's not very easy start for a newbie guy, and it requires quite decent amount of money. It requires quite decent training queue to be finished, and in such terms, investments are high. Like comparing other things, like Ishtar writing is also very demanding, because you need a Galactic Cruiser level 5, you need heavy drones, preferably Tech 2, etc., etc. So like it's a long progression where you actually invest in money and resources to actually get some sort of income. PI is not like that. All you need is I don't know, 2 weeks trainings to start, and then you're gonna be like only, well, you're gonna need some money to actually buy, epithals, command centers, but that's not very huge. Also, you're gonna need some cash to actually construct the planets the way you want it. But in general, it's like under, I don't know, like 200 mil to set everything up, and it's gonna pay you literally in the first week of managing planets. And in general, like the metrics that most of the players in game stick to is ESC per hour, and so from my personal experience, you are spending one time per tune per month to manage your PI chains, and you are getting around 1 to 1.5 bill out of the planet's management. So I can't imagine what actual activity in the game can bring you stable 1.5 billion per hour with investments of, like, I don't know, of 100 million at the first time, and then it's like totally free. So in such terms, PI is very, very good. The only thing that you need to actually um, organize everything smart, and it's not like most of the people think how things are organized while you're do like well while you're doing PI. Um, so I'm gonna tell you like my story with PI. So I've learned that this is like there's such thing. I've tried to follow some basic guidelines that were covered on the internet, and they weren't that good in terms of I've got bored pretty fast because how I organized, I was just extracting P1 resources, like I was extracting P0, turning it into P1, and then extracting and then trying to sell locally. The problem is that it's hard to actually sell anything locally where we used to live, and P1 is like very massive to move, so no one was actually willing to move, and local sellers, tycoons were buying with discounts of like 50%, which is like totally bad. And so I quit pretty fast. But then at some point, I've decided to optimize this part because we were in need of resources at some point on a core basis. And I've just decided that I'm going to find a way to actually do this for very little time, just to get those resources. Then I was able to optimize. I found a good articles over the internet, and so at this point, my PI experience turned me in a very prosperous man, in a way. So what's the deal? So I need to. I forgot to write down the plan. In general, so how your planetary interaction should look like. First of all, you are building P0, P2 chains on a single planet, which is super efficient in terms of you are extracting resources of two different types and merging them into, first you're processing to P1 and then you are reprocessing those two parts into P2. Why is it so efficient? So thing number one, you don't need to set up extractors to work on per day basis, which is the case when you are actually extracting if you're only harvesting P0 resources. Second part is that you are actually compressing those resources. So all of the this ladder from P0 to P4, actually to P3, you are compressing resources. So if you're extracting P0, it's very massive and very inefficient to move. If you're turning this into P1, it becomes more compressed, and so you are able to move it in a much easier. And then when you're going to P2 and then to P3, the resources gonna be compressed and very good in terms of ISK M3 radio. So it becomes legit to actually move them, while it's totally ridiculous to move P1, for example, to the high sec, because if you're gonna fill the whole jump freighter with chiral structures or proteins or whatever, it's still gonna be inefficient to move to high sec because the price of the the fuel, and in general it's super inefficient because you're gonna be only dragging half of the bill, maybe 2 bill total worth of items to high sec. If you're doing P2, this number increases significantly, and then if you're processing to P3, it becomes even more efficient, in terms of time spent for profits. So the whole idea of building P2 straight from P0 is to be able to easily sell it on the market or send to the buybacks or whatever. Because you are what's your actual what's your actual flow if you're doing this? So you are just harvesting once per month those resources out of the planets. you deliver it to a station and send to the buybacks. If you don't want to do that, if you are willing to sell them on the market without the discount of the buyback, you can actually do this in a very easy manner if you're close to the local markets. So, and we are now in Imperium, so there's like a plenty of good markets around. So 1DQ, Dracarys has one in PZ, but like we have our own market, which is like highly recommended to be used for like selling anything. But you know, but that's like, and I mean, and of course, corp buybacks comes above this. I mean, in terms of priority, I mean, corp gonna benefit from you selling to buybacks because like we are getting this discount, this we are able to actually you know build something bigger and more valuable and then move out or sell. So why am I talking about this for such a long time? Because I'm hearing a lot of excuses or a lot of like complaints about like PIs being hard, PIs being boring, etc., etc., etc. So like it's not, so it seems that people are not like really getting this very simple concept of PI. So and I'm promoting this for a specific reason. So we have a lot of people who play not that often and spending not that much time in game. And I don't want those people to spend their time on just writing initiators to be able to plex or writing initiators to get some like money to buy them, I don't know, like Tech 1 battleship to try once more. That's an efficient way of spending time. So I'm willing to show you guys how to make those money efficiently. And you're gonna spend very little time to get a decent profits. So, and that's kind of, kind of common thing because like we all have jobs, we like have kids, we have we have pets, we need to go and take our dogs for a walk, we need to spend time with the families, we need to spend time with the friends, we need to spend time with the girlfriends, do sports, play other games, etc., etc. But this doesn't mean that you need to be like poor in game. Totally, like that's not true. So if you're like guy like this, if you want to spend little time and you want to get a good profits, just like follow the guidelines I'm going to show you, and you're gonna get a good number of income. All of this actually was covered in corp mails, and why I'm doing this stream and gonna save this recording, because it's hard to actually resend resend mails over and over and over again, and point the same topics again over and over again. That's not very cool. So I'm gonna make this recording, gonna save it on the channel, so people are gonna be able to reproduce what I'm doing. So yeah, and my basic principle is like you should practice what you preach. And if you're preaching, if I'm preaching about PI, I'm using it. And so like that's my story of making money. So let's start. I mean, I'm talking about this for quite a long time. Most of this like is kind of obvious, especially if you're playing this game for a decent amount of time. Right now, what I'm showing you. So I'm going to be showing you today two actual characters, because like I have a lot of them, but it's getting too late, and I've like found out how to use YouTube too late today. So and this stream gonna be rewritten sometime. So like we just need to start from somewhere. So I'm gonna be showing you the current PI setup. This guy sits, and I'm do I have command centers? Yeah, I have command centers. So this guy sits in our capital. We on the market. The first thing I was like actually producing consumer electronics. As you see, you can sell it. Prices are okay. There's a lot of people selling, people buying 10K, the legit sum. So like while you are at the market, you're free to sell them here. And how your day-to-day workflow gonna look like? You're gonna be doing this. So you're gonna go to here. There's gonna be like 5 planets. you're gonna go here and you're just gonna restart those two harvesters for 3 days, for example. This is gonna take you, I don't know, like 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds per planet, per tune, and then you're just gonna go to another planet, then you're gonna relog and do this once again. So, okay, we've got someone killed. Oh, yeah, that happens. This happens. Sorry. Okay. So, first of all, I've set up only one planet on this thing just to be able to demonstrate to you. So this guy was running this extractors for 3 days, and as a result, he got items worth around 10 mil. So to simplify the math, you are getting 10 millions per planet per 3 days. So make this 5 planets, and you're gonna get, 50 million per 3 days. 50 million per 3 days is approximately 1 heaven. Well, if you go to 6, it's going to be closer to two actual heavens without fully looting and salvaging. So that's a good amount, and then you have three tunes on your account, which makes it 150 million per 3 days. And that's kinda good amount already. Then you multiply it on 10, because like you can go 10 cycles of this per month, and you get like this value of 1.5 billion per account per month, mostly in a passive mode. So right now I'm gonna show you how I'm setting up my planets. So we have a file that I'm gonna send you later. Thanks to brave industrialists, they've already like pre-marked pre-scanned all the planets in our region, in our constellation that we have access to. So we don't need to do this ourselves. Fuck. Sorry. Our keep went like toxic colors. I don't know why. So let's start. First of all, you're gonna need an epithel, and I'm gonna show it to you later. But there was lack of epithels on the market, and so like I bought just Nereus and fitted it to fit all of those command centers, and it's capable of like holding all 5 if needed. Then right now we're starting with a kind of crucial thing. You don't need to warp to a planet to be able to set it up. That's like common mistake that people think that you need to warp out to the Pocos, etc., etc. That's not the case. You don't need to do that. All you need to do is just stay tethered. I'm going to be actually slow botting to here, and then you need to set up your planet. So what I'm planning to set up in here 3 lava command centers and 2 barons, which is like okay. So we're gonna go in here. First, I'm gonna cover all the lavas just because it's like kind of convenient. Orbital bodies, lava went through this, and I'm gonna go here. And then you go to plant industry. You're gonna need for the consumer electronics. You're gonna need 2 resources. This one and this one. This is like the best one, the base one. So we're probably gonna find a better supply of this. This looks very promising. Oh, this area actually looks very promising. Now we go here. We can go here, maybe in here. No, nothing good in it here. Yeah, you need to spin the wheel for some time. I think that's gonna be our like starting point. So then, okay, do I have enough money? I do. So we start to put the command centers. Whatever you place it. Then you need to actually upgrade it straight to the level 5. I mean, like, it depends on your skills, but in general, like I'm showing you right now, the very basic setup when you have like, command center upgrades to 5 and interplanetary consolidation to level 4. Then you need to place an extractor unit. But we need to work on this. Yeah, this is more important. Slide and increase dispersion. And now we need to place an extractor. This put an extractor like this seems more reasonable because like there's some areas that I might put my extraction nodes later. Now we're gonna go here and put the second one. Again, extractor. I'd prefer for it to cover 2 zones to reach zones. So okay, that's a good one. Yeah, probably this. Then between them I'm putting my launch pad and do the links between them. So you don't need to actually connect it to the home structure. This is done. Now we are building those 6 basic controls, like 6 basic industry facilities around this one. We are doing this so close because we want to shorten our expenses on the links between the structures, and those might take a lot of resources, so we want this to be like as close as possible. Now connecting them with the links, submitting, and then I'm putting 3 advanced. Again, in here a link's going to be long, so I'm going in here, for example, and putting those again pretty close. Again, connecting them, and that goes pretty good. Now we need to actually route resources. So like this is like right now the whole setup of the structures themselves is over. Now the thing you need to do is you need to actually mark your resources. So in here we're gonna go in here. Yeah, this is gonna be closer, so we're gonna do this 5. I'm putting around 3 days, and the math is you need to get around from 18,000 to some close value in here for this to be efficient, because your total setup is able to reprocess 18,000 of resources per hour. So in here we're looking, well, at least I would recommend to start with the 15,000, which should be a good amount. So we're getting somewhere close in here. That's okay. We started, now we're doing the same here. Let's pick up crystals. So again, 3 days. And we're setting the same 5 nodes. I'm placing them around here. Not that fabulous, but something around. So okay, now we need to route every resource that we extract. So product is going to be, and yeah, so the launchpad is the very heart of our setup, because it's going to be the warehouse and extraction point at the same time. Now we need to set up those resources we're going to be cooking. Okay, it's going to be toxic metals. So you're placing toxic metals in here. Second one going to be chiral structures, because they form the consumer electronics themselves. And here we're doing the same. Whoop. So we have everything routed. I'm going to check the routes. We have incoming. So we have everything coming here. Now we need to route this. So we're gonna get in here, install the same consumer electronics. What the fuck? Something is not right. Okay, here the same consumer electronics. Oh, we need to route it. My bad. So we need to route the products. And here consumer electronics. So in the very end, the consumer electronics is going to be sent back to the launchpad, and that's where actually you're going to be extracting from. Then we need to actually route the extracted resources. So in here we get heavy metals, they're incoming, so we're sending them here. we're sending them here, and we are sending them here. And the non-gas crystals gonna go to the, to the Tech 1 assemblies, to Tech 1 factories. As you see, all those, factories start glowing yellow or orange if they are set up correctly. And here that you see that there are missing resources to proceed, and we're gonna route them. So we're gonna have this incoming churros. They're gonna be sent here, and the same incoming sent here. And now we have to route the toxic metals. Go here. You see it started to glow orange, fully set up, and in here. So that's it. The setup of the planet is finished, and like you can actually go to another planet. I'm actually gonna restart the and how the restart looks like. I've told it before, but I'm gonna show you. So 13,000. I might just do somewhere to improve this number, but I might not. So we start this, and we start this. Okay, so we have okay numbers. We have everything set up. Planet is working here. So we've spent several seconds, and we actually got 2 planets that actually extracting resources and turning them into the resources that we're going to harvest later. Then you need to send them to the space at some point. For example, this launch pad going to fill pretty quickly, like maybe in a 12 days or something like that. And then you're going to need to do this. So you send this to Orbital Customs office. You do not need to actually go and pick it up right away. Like, you don't need to go immediately. I mean, those resources are going to be safe in this Poco till you're going to come and harvest it. So you don't actually need to do this on a daily basis or whatever. How you expect to do this while you are producing P1s, because P1s they are like more massive, and they're gonna fill up those Pocos pretty fast, and that's why you need to actually manage them. In here you don't need to manage. So what my daily gonna look like? I'm gonna log in. I'm gonna restart the factories. If like launchpad is filled, I'm gonna undock and I'm gonna send those resources to the Poco. Then I'm gonna dock up and go to another tune on this account. That's like the workflow. And and you only do the real harvest when you actually sitting into the epithel, and then you're burning to the planet, and then you're gathering resources and and drag it back to the station. This only happens once per month on average. CCP lately changed the volumes of Planetary. They reduced it 2 times, which means that you need to do this 2 times less than before. So this is very beneficial for planet industrialists. So I'm just gonna proceed to show you that this is not the very awful process in the world. So we have one last lava command center left. I'm gonna find the last lava planet. It should be somewhere in here. Yeah, that's the lava. So let's see, planetary industry. Same consumer electronics. We're gonna. This looks a little bit more generous in terms of resources. Heavy metals represent pretty good. And here probably infrastructures. Maybe in here, Well, you see, you need to find 2 spots that are matching the, the amount of resources you produce. So again, we put in. Well, I can put it in here. Okay. Now I need to put an extractor. So we're gonna be moving in here. So in here we're building construct a control unit to cover several areas. Okay, that's okay. Then we're scanning it for the second resource. That's it. We build another control unit to cover all of the areas. Build it in, then we put in the launch pad in between. Oh, my bad. I forgot to do this. We need to upgrade command center. That's what for command upgrades skill stands for. That's the ability to push it to an actual level of 5. And it's kind of important part. So, and we are doing pretty much the same. We put in industry facilities, basic ones, and we're going to put links. So we're going to put in advanced industry facilities. Need them to be close to the initial station. Well, not station, because you see this, for example, is requires CPU load of 81 and 59 per load, and if you go to some very tiny little link to find the one, I can actually select probably in here. Yeah, you see it's much less, like several times less. So that's why you're trying to save those resources to put all of the factories and all of the nodes for extraction. So here we're going to be extracting this part. Again, 5 nodes should be enough. 3 days. 3 days now. We're just going to send those nodes. Grow the most rich areas on the surface. You see in here we got better results. Need to roll the products. Do not forget to roll the products. And here we're going to extract this one. Again, 5 nodes. As usual, 3 days. 3 days, and we're going to put stuff in here. Oh, even 7,000, which is also cool. So we're extracting, we are working this part here. Again, 3 chiller structures, those big chiller structures. Install reroute, install reroute. And here we put toxic metals reroute. Here we put toxic metals reroute. Here we put toxic metals reroute. Now we go in here, put it in consumer electronics. Yeah, you see guys, I'm already got bored. It's like a boring process, even if I know what to do. This is kind of like not the very best experience with the game you might get. But this is on a limited impact for like maybe an hour per turn to set up all the planets, and then you are like just you know, getting money. So not very often. Here we need to roll those. Probably here. Fuck. No, not this one. Where are those? And the same here goes here, and heavy metals go here, and those heavy metals go here, and those heavy metals go here. We already have consumer electronics, so we need two routes. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. And this goes here. This goes here. And this goes here. Again, everything is set up. You just need to then harvest everything at the end of the cycle. and that's good. Now we have 2 barn command centers left. Yeah, linking is kind of easy. The only thing is that you might overload some link and you're gonna need to upgrade it. It's usually the case if you're doing even the P1 extraction, so you're spending some resources on an actual, upgrading of the links, which you would like to actually avoid. So now I need to find 2 barren planets that I was planning to actually set up. Okay, I've marked planet 2 and planet 4, and I'm gonna be building their nanites because nanites has a kind of good price. So okay, I'm gonna go planet. Where is the fucking planet 2? This is planet 2. Planetary Industry, same stuff. Need to check what nanites requires. As I'm telling you, I'm not the PI pro. I'm not very industrious of planetary resources, so I keep forgetting what resources do you need. For example, for nanites you need base metals. What is base metals? Yeah, they go to reactive metals, and microorganisms go to bacteria, so you need bacteria and reactive metals. Base and micro, base, so we need this and this and this and this. Here we have a limitation of base metals, so we need to actually find a place, probably this one. And that's good, but we won't find a better place, it seems. So let's build this command center in here. Submit, we upgrade it to level 5, upgrade submit. We need to be extracting. No, really no better place than this? Okay. So we're going to be extracting base metals from here. We need to cover several areas, probably maxed up, probably to here. Then we're gonna need microorganisms in here. Right now I'm gonna show you the trick how to match your extraction from two different sources. Now you can link those as usual. Submit. Now we're doing all the same all the time, so this is not very and that's why I'm telling you I'm not the huge fan of PI. I prefer to spend my in-game time for different things, not doing this stuff. But money is really good, it's worth time spent. Again, advanced. Bah. Let's create links. Hold on. Oh. Refuses to save too often. Now we need to actually launch this part. What's going to be extracted? Yeah, it's going to be extracting this. And this we might need a better number of nodes in here. So we're going to be extracting pretty low number of resources in here, which is not very cool. You see, we are somewhere below. Then we can put the sixth one. And it's going to grant us the deserved amount of resources to be harvested. Almost 18,000, which is good. And now we're gonna put a lower number of extraction nodes in here. So what we're gonna be like this, same 3 days. And then over time, there's still gonna be overflows. From time to time, there are gonna be overflows, and you're gonna have to manage them. Actually, it's very unfortunate. You can put the next one now. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna go here. So we need to put them as efficiently as possible. Okay, this seems okay. So we are slightly behind, but in time, like how it's gonna finish. You're gonna have some exceeding resources and some some lack of resources. That's why you actually gonna manipulate with the number of nodes on two different extractors, but that's not a regular case. I mean, if you you're gonna lose some of efficiency over this from time to time, but that's not very important. Your key goal is to spend as less time as possible and to gain as much profit as possible, and that's okay. I mean, if you're losing 10, I don't know, 15, 20%, this doesn't actually matter because this part is mostly passive and you still get a lot of resources over course of time. So you just need to be patient. You just need to do this regularly, but you don't need to schedule this. So that's the thing. It's not so you just need to change your focus about all this, because for me it's like some sort of retirement fund where I'm actually saving money, and then at some point I'm extracting them to put them into some fancy stuff. That's it. It's not like it's not a burden. You're not obeyed to do this. It's up to you. If you want to do this like not once per 3 days, you can do this once per 5 days. Whatever, up to you. You're just getting some passive income. Okay, let's mark this. What I was like, I remember they were reactive metals here. Okay, 3 reactive metals and 3 bacteria. Reactive metals goes here. And now we need bacteria. Where the fuck are the bacteria? Bacteria go here. Bacteria goes here. This is rooted. So on the left there were metals. Yeah, metals. Send those metals. Send those metals. Now bacteria. Microorganisms. Microorganisms goes here. Microorganisms goes here. Microorganisms goes here. Let's submit, and here we what? What I'm building? Wait, this is P3. Why I'm looking at this? Nanites, yeah, we're gonna do nanites. No, throw it here. Nanites, throw it here. Nanites, throw it here. Oh, I need to break. I need to pour myself some beer or something, because it's like again, I do not enjoy this process. This is fucking pain. What do I need now? I need to route these resources. Where the fuck are those? Oh, bacteria, yeah. Bacteria, this is also bacteria. This is also bacteria. Oh my god. Now we need those metals. Metals goes here. Metals goes here. Metal goes here. Ugh. Okay, Nikami, I hope you're happy. You see, I'm suffering. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, you told me. Merry Christmas, guys. Yeah, Merry Christmas. My bad. I'm just too focused on this thing. But my setup is for Command Center Upgrade 5. No, my setup is for Command Center Upgrade 4. About the Corp skill plans, gonna show you. I've saved it today, especially for this. So you go here, Corporation Plans, you press Industrialists. You see this, I call it Planetary Interaction, 1.5 bill per month. You press in here. There are milestones. Like there are 5 milestones, and they go like this. So the very first one I called Getting Ready. What the fuck is this? Yeah, the first one is Advanced Planetology. That's when you are actually ready to like where you're ready to actually start making profits. So you've, well, not making profit, but you filled all the skills required to get really into the planetary. Then you go to Command Center upgrades level 4. This milestone is very important because at the at the milestone number 2, you are already legit to start setting up your planets. Because the only difference from the visuals you've just seen is going to be that you won't have 6 basic facilities and 3 advanced. You're going to use 4 basic facilities and 2 advanced, and maybe a little bit less number of nodes, maybe 2, maybe 4 per extractor. And from this point, you are already legit to start generating 1 billion per month. Another milestone, which is very important when you go to Command Center level 5, because it actually adds 50% to your profits. Because before you were doing only 10 units per hour, then you're doing 15 units per hour. That's plus 50%. And the very last milestone I call perfection. That's when you get your 5th planet. So how milestones once again spread out. The first, you go to the pre-requirements, then you go to Command Center upgrades 4, then you go to the interplanetary consolidation 4. So you are scaling up your planets. So at this point, I'm going to show you here. So that's the first that I call pre-requirements. It adds with advanced planetology level 3. Then you go through the Command Center upgrades. When you reach out to Command Center upgrades level 4, you can actually start setting up planets. Then you're adding per planet per skill of interplanetary consolidation till you reach out level 4. And then you're finishing this one. This is like very important because it adds 50% of profits. This one, I think I have this trained on one of my tunes, because like 5 planets is more than enough. Like, I'm not crazy to just spend 20 days to get to the perfection. So that's the thing. You can find it again in the corporation plans. You go here, corporation skill plans. You press industrialist, and it's going to be there. Like you see, this one of the tunes still 25 days, 20.5 days, and again, this is like the very last. So not a perfection for me. Still quite enough for me to make a lot of money. What else? So I'm just gonna finish up this setup on this tune, and probably I won't run the second. Like I was planning to do the second one, but I'm too tired to do this, and I'm gonna be actually covering how to actually plan for your setup, and gonna give you some meta information about the planetary and all that stuff. Okay, the last planet gonna be probably level 4, planet 4. Give me a second, I'm gonna check my records. There should be episodes on the market. So it just I was setting up this to show to King of Lee. Cause episode, my bad. They are on the market, but with like ridiculous prices. Yeah, I'm gonna sort this out, guys. I have BPOs, I have BPCs, so yeah, I'm gonna sort this out for price not to be that ridiculous. Planet 4. Where's Planet 4? For God's sake. The same base metals. And base metals. The best place probably here. Organized. No, not in here. Oh, this is very rich. Here. Probably I'm gonna be doing this in here. Yeah, that's the place. We found our spot. So again, God, for God's sake. This is done. Yo, save it. Then structure, control unit, covers everything, okay. Submit, then we're looking for the second one, microorganisms. I'm gonna do this and probably here. Then we're gonna build structure, covers 2, that's okay. Submit, now launchpad, launchpad goes here. Yeah, I'm trying to do this too fast. In a way, this is a burden. I mean, this is a burden for me. Then all those things. Advanced. No links. Need to wrap this up. Extension. Okay, 5 nodes, 3 days. Now spreading those out. Well, let's use the 6th one because like the microorganisms are quite generous. Okay. Yeah, roll products here. Submit. Now we go here. We construct microorganisms. Let's do here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 5, 4 is okay. 3 days. Go here. God have mercy. Oh, we have the, so yeah, in here, resources distribution seems to be pretty generous. Because we've got those 18,000 right from the start. I'm gonna check if you write me something. Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to ask you. Please write something in the chat on YouTube. I just need to check if it's actually working. Is this working? Okay, I'm back to the stream. Okay. The last planet, we need to finish everything up. Okay, there's gonna be, okay, there's gonna be bacteria. It's gonna be bacteria. It's gonna be bacteria. Reactive metals. Salt reactive metals. Salt reactive metals. Submitting, there's gonna be the lights, and it goes here, it's gonna be the lights, and it goes here. The lights, and it goes here. Submit. Now we need to move the structure resources. Microorganisms goes here. Microorganisms goes here. And base metals goes here. Is this? No, we don't want to build groups. Here, everything is here. Okay, submit. Now we need to remove this stuff. We need to remove bacteria. It's okay. To remove bacteria. And we need to reactive metals. Oh God, have mercy. Woohoo, we finished. Yeah, I finished the first chapter, the first planet. Um, okay, seems to be done. Now let's go as a very last part. What I would actually recommend you to do. So first of all, neither nanites or consumer electronics are like super good. I mean, in terms of money, because there might be better things, but in general, point number one, prices are always fluctuating. So prices go up, prices go down, depending on like, market and things that people produce in a universe. So when the new process of capitals were introduced, the process of building capitals were introduced, the prices on some planetary rose like a lot, and so you need to keep in mind that prices might change. Thus, I would recommend you to follow diversity plans. So, like, if you do not produce only nanites, do not produce only consumer electronics, do not produce, what is the very best right now? Separate and steel plastics. This might go down. I would still avoid producing some very cheap items like polytextiles or livestock or even water-cooled CPUs. I would recommend you to produce some items that has constant demand. Like fertilizer used to be in demand for quite a long time. Mechanical parts are always in demand because they used to build fuel blocks. Construction blocks are always in demand because they're required to be used for Tech 2 production, etc., etc. Aside that, use just diversity, use different types of Tech 2 production, and another good idea is to actually sometimes produce the same resources in one system. Thus, you're going to get used to the fact how resources are being distributed, because not all resources being distributed the same way. For example, gas planets are very specific. There are so-called belt resources distribution. When you have a belt across the planet, I'm just going to show you. Give me a second. I'm going to find it. Do we have gas planet in here? Yeah, I'm going to show you. So we go here. And for example, how resources are being distributed here. So water might be in a specific way, but you see water is a belt. Ionic solutions are mostly the belts close to the poles. Noble gas is the belt again. Reactive gas. Reactive gas is not the same, but like those noble, ionic, even aqueous liquidus, or even base metals, they are like wrapping the planet at a different, at different positions. So distribution might change, and even some planets that have a very low index, for example in here, the same gas. So you see reactive gas has pretty low number, but still because of the islands it has very small areas, but in very specific areas in here. The same goes for here or even here. That's a good showing up. You see I have a very top scanning, so it's very and in here resources are very concentrated. On the other hand, the scanner says noble gas is plenty, but you won't see a lot of gas in here, only in here. And the same for ionic solutions. It has 48%, like almost 3 times better number by mass or by number, but you won't see it in here. So distribution matters. So it's not only raw number displayed on the scan. So you should also keep that in mind. Other than that, I would recommend to use two systems. I'm gonna link them in here, and then I'm gonna link them in a somewhere in a spreadsheets or somewhere in a bulletins. So the first one is H4. It is very good because it has a good diversity of planets, and you can gather almost any resource in there. So that's close to us, the first one. And the second one is a dead-end system in the same constellation, UVHO, because again, it has plenty of planets with a different number of, different resources. So, for example, if you go here and you're going to take a look at planet, first of all, it has very rich oceanic planet. And oceanic planet is like, first of all, like water is plenty, carbon compounds is by numbers okay, complex organisms are also okay. I think they go for proteins. Microorganisms are still like kind of, well, not super plenty, but has amount, and the same planet colony. So very rich planet. You can build the very expensive things from there, like test cultures. Okay, filter. Oh my god. Fertilizer is okay, genetically enhanced livestock is okay, and even you may try to do viral agents. All of those are quite valuable according to the tables, and this plant is very good. Also, you have lava planets. They're very good. In terms of money, they have gas, they have ice. Ice is also very very good planet because you can actually build those super tensile plastics. For that, you need to, well, like, you need very specific resources for those. Not very common. So you need at the same planet the planetary colonies and noble gas. So those two, planetary colonies and noble gas, and you can actually group up those. So for example, in here and in here, they match perfectly, and super tensile plastics is the most expensive right now. So those two systems are my recommendations. And like we are announcing that PI buybacks gonna be across this constellation plus two additional systems. So the whole constellation where those planets are at, and then K7D is a buyback, VTech-L is a buyback, and GTech3 is a buyback systems. So from there we're going to be extracting all the PI that you're going to be able to manage to extract and put to the local stations. What else? I think I'm going to be ending up right now about this. Like about PI, I'm still planning to rewrite this stream because it was like I spent too much time today fighting with YouTube to be able to stream it, like at least something today. So I'm super tired because I spent a lot of money on this. Well, not money, time. And well, I think that you deserve better, explanations, more compressed, more reasonable. So just I was streaming today because like a lot of people are asking about PI. They're asking what they should set up. A lot of people are hesitating to start this. So I'm finishing up for today. The last time I'm guys asking you, please write something in the chat. I need to check if chat is. Yeah, I saw it. Super. Thank you, Martin. I was waiting for this for like quite a long time because I've never actually read the chat. This is gonna be saved. God, I hope this is gonna be saved on YouTube, and I'm gonna be able to refer to this video later. Okay, guys. I'm hope enough. Thank you for your time. I hope you're gonna use this to get rich in the game. See ya.